So we now know that time passing during the contract period has a direct effect on option premium. It will only make premium go down, which is a good thing for a contract seller, not so good for a contract buyer. So you're probably thinking, why not just sell options and watch premium erode away? Because there are other factors that affect premium, and so depending on all factors combined together, premium can definitely go up as well. Let's have a look at the second factor that affects option premium, and that is price action of the stock, aka delta. But for ease of understanding for us, we'll call it price action. It can be a little hard to understand, so again, I'm going to use an insurance example first. And again, for ease of understanding, we'll assume that there are no other factors at play, only price action. The car owner is going on a month-long road trip along a road with steep cliffs. They are deciding whether to purchase an insurance contract to cover damage protection. The contract has a purchase value of $100. It has that much value because the car is driving only about 10 meters away from the cliffs. So due to the proximity of the car to the cliff edge, there is a strong risk present of an accident. The car owner does not purchase insurance, but rethinks their decision as the next stretch of road narrows, and now the proximity of the car to the cliff edge is only 5 meters. That's closer than it was before. There is more risk from a proximity point of view. The price of insurance is going to be higher. Now the contract is worth $150. The car owner still doesn't purchase the contract, but rethinks their decision as the next stretch of road widens, and now the proximity of the car to the cliff edge is 15 meters. That's further than it was initially. The risk is much lower. Now that insurance contract is only worth $50. You observed how the value of the contract increases or decreases in direct correlation with the car's proximity to the cliff edge. The value of the contract can both increase and decrease due to the level of risk present. Now, obviously, we know insurance contracts don't work exactly like this, but I'm embellishing the concept just to provide a clear analogy to you as to how risk affects the price of an insurance contract. So keep that fresh in your head, and let's transfer that understanding to see how price action of a stock affects the premium of an option contract. For this example, we'll say the option buyer bought a call. The option contract buyer has purchased the option contract with a strike price 10 points above the current stock price level for a premium of $1. Remember, it controls 100 shares. You have to multiply that value by 100. The actual value of the contract is $100. It has that much value because that stock price is constantly changing every day and only has to move 10 points higher to close outside the strike price and in the money. The stock price moves higher, and now it is only 5 points underneath the strike price. The proximity of stock price relative to the strike price is closer than what it was before. There is more risk from a proximity point of view. The premium of the contract is going to be higher. Now that contract is worth $1.50, which is really $150. The stock price moves lower, and now it is 15 points underneath the strike price. That's further away from the strike price than it was initially. The risk is much lower. Now the contract is worth 50 cents, which is really $50. You've observed how the value of the option contract increases or decreases in direct correlation with the proximity of price to the strike price and the subsequent increase or decrease of risk. The value of the contract can both increase and decrease due to this specific factor of price action. So for that example, we saw how price was nearing the call strike price and risk and premium was increasing. Well, if we had a put and price was going down and nearing the strike price, it's exactly the same. Premium will increase. Just wanted to explain to you that regardless of a put or a call, if price action is moving closer or further away from the strike price, premium acts the same. Let's look at the key takeaway for this lesson. Ignoring all other factors that affect premium, as price action moves closer to the strike price, risk increases and premium increases. As price moves further away from the strike price, risk decreases and premium decreases. So now you can see that yes, time decay will reduce premium, but only to a certain extent. If stock price is right on your strike price or even in the money, then that premium will be extremely high due to the extremely high risk of price closing in the money at expiry. If stock price moves aggressively away from the strike price, then that premium will get cremated due to the very low risk of price closing in the money at expiry. So I hope now you're understanding more of the risks of your trades, but also how having a theory of the direction of price action relative to your strike price can create an advantageous trade for you. Next lesson, we'll look at the third main factor that affects option premium. Have a good day.